All right, so with this week's reading, everything that we've learned so far in class is kind of falling into place for me. Its main focus is on public speaking during campaigns, and that's very pivotal in any political campaign, and perhaps the most fundamental communication practice in any campaign, which is public speaking, right? So you have the decision to speak. This is something that's given to you, and in any political campaign, it's one of the most important things. The resources in the campaign is the candidate's time. So there needs to be time so they can get their message across, right? The biggest impact in campaign, they must decide two things: who the candidate is going to speak to, and what the message is going to be. So let's start with the first tool, which is audience. During campaigns, we use past voter statistics to understand who our audience is. Um, this type of campaigning, excuse me, is called retail politics. It's about direct voter contact, so meeting voters face to face, shaking hands, and having real conversations. It's a very important that we communicate with the audience like this because studies show that voters are more likely to support a candidate when they meet them in person. I'm not going to focus too much on the statewide and national because my candidate is local. If he passes through the Inglewood City Council, District 4, then that's something that we would look forward to the future. Next, we have messages. That's the second tool for campaigning is the public opinion poll. And these poll helps candidates figure out what's important to voters so they can shape their messages around those concerns. These polls tell candidates what issues voters are on their minds, and voters' minds, excuse me, things like the economy, healthcare, education, etc., what have you. Then there's the speech. There's something called stock speech, which is kind of like a blueprint, right? How to gain their attention, how to describe a problem, how to present the solution to the problem that you describe, and then how to visualize the solution. You have to be visual because people react to visuality. They react to people talking to them in person. Um, part of the speeches is the "Why am I running" speech. This is most important to a lower level offices. So this is what me and Carlos from District 4 are working on. We're working on telling the public in District 4 and around is why you should vote for us because this is why we're running. Um, the speech explains the candidate's motivation to seek office, like I just explained. Then there's a speaking style. Um, that's a hard word. I'm not even going to go there. But the preferred speaking style, obviously, you want to communicate with your audience the best way possible, so the way that they understand. Basic stump speech is what candidates deliver most frequently during the campaigns. Adaptivity. You got to be able to adapt to your environments that covers the same themes and the same key issues that is important to the audience. Then you have surrogate speakers. That's where surrogate speakers come in when the candidate can't be everywhere, and that's a lot of times the surrogate is just more competent. Sorry to say, more competent, more fluid with their speak than the candidate is, and that's fine. That's fine. He's not the one running; it's the candidate. He's just the face of the whole thing. Many benefits of the surrogates, just like I mentioned, and then today's world, viral speech is important. We're going viral on the internet is important. So in conclusion, just to recap, public speaking remains central to any political campaign. Campaigns carefully plan their speeches using stock speeches, speechwriters, and then surrogate speakers help expand a candidate's reach. And that's that. Thanks, guys.